This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 749, How to Build the Culture of Your Family, Part 1, by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Hello, everybody. I am Greg Audino, and welcome back to the show where I help you optimize all the relationships in your life with friends, family, significant others, even yourself. Today, I am narrating the first part of a long and juicy post from Shawna Scafe on building the culture of your family, a post that we will cover over the next couple of days. There's a lot to sift through, so let's begin learning all about it and start optimizing your life. How to Build the Culture of Your Family, Part 1, by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. It started with a text conversation I had with a mom bestie. She sent me pictures of something they were doing that day, and I told her that I admired the culture she was building in her family. What I mean by this is the special lifestyle, traditions, stories, practices, beliefs that are unique to this family, and the way they are weaving it into their children's way of living. Every family has a culture to it. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. If you stop to think of the families you know, you can probably come up with a few words to describe their culture. What words would describe yours? The culture is part of their identity, their legacy, their outlook, the way they love, the way they live. It is how they spend their time, how they speak, the activities they pursue, how they treat one another, how they eat their meals. It is in everything the family does on their own and together. I don't think there is a cookie-cutter way that can apply to everyone. Some may want to be surrounded by lots of extended family, learning values of rural life and oversized family dinners, sleeping in late on Saturdays and eating hot dogs every Tuesday night. Some may want to be nomadic and crossing the countryside, pursuing an entrepreneurial business, getting up at sunrise each morning to have a paleo breakfast quietly together, moving on to the next town to meet more new people, ever socializing. Whatever culture you are passionate about is the one you should pursue, and pursue it like you mean it. Later, after this text conversation, Connor and I started having a talk about the culture of our family. You know, waffles, laundry mountains, garden fails, blah, blah, blah. As with everything in life, we can do it on purpose, with intention and direction. Or we can let it happen, being reactive to how it plays out. By now, you know I'm on a mission to make things simple and purposeful. So it got me thinking, what are simple, intentional ways a mom can build the culture of her family? Not that the mom is solely responsible for all this, but as great Uncle Herb once told me, the mom is the heart of the home, and we have more control over things than sometimes we realize, or want. I had some ideas on how to do this, and I also looked to the experts of Google and seasoned moms I'd heard on some podcasts to make this list of simple ways to build the culture of your family. Make a family mission statement. This is something we sat down to do a couple years back, and it has allowed us to make space to think about and write down the way we wanted our kids to grow up versus the way society was funneling us to live. The Art of Manliness has a really great post on questions to ask and the benefits of a family mission statement. Not to get all dramatic, but this is a must. If there is only one step you ever take, let it be writing out the ways you want to raise your family. You gotta take the time to get on the same page, identify what you want, commit it to paper. It's like building the lighthouse. You need to site it, build it, and light it before you can use it to navigate you across the waters. Have lots of traditions. Traditions are part of the family story. They are the glue that bonds us, the inside jokes, the constants we can rely on. I bet you already have some that have happened by coincidence. At Christmas, I wrote about making simple traditions. It can really apply all year round. Yes and no like you mean it. If you have a mission statement, your decisions on what to do or not do with your time, money, energy, resources become easy to determine. So, if you are a family who believes in travel and hospitality, maybe you will take in a foreign exchange student and you will wholeheartedly expend your resources to this because it is in line with your values. If you are a family who values homesteading and self-sufficiency, perhaps you won't spend the time and money to go on an extravagant, all-inclusive holiday. Instead, you will spend it on building a new chicken coop together. And your kids will be so impressed at your commitment to your family values that they will be all, "Who needs all-you-can-eat matzo sticks and water parks when we have the satisfaction of growing our own food?" Celebrate like it's your job. When someone in the family accomplishes something or a special event is happening, celebrate it. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, just consistent and meaningful. I remember reading about a family who had a special red plate for the person who did something special that day. It's easy for parents to gush over their kids. "Look, they picked a daisy and didn't eat the petals. Into the vase it goes." But I think my children need to celebrate one another more rather than pester one another more. I plan on instigating many sibling celebrations over the years. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, "How to Build the Culture of Your Family" by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Establishing good communication with your family, or your friends, or your partner is an essential part of any relationship. Likewise, establishing a healthy communication with yourself is essential for your mental health. And when you feel like you hit a roadblock, know that BetterHelp is here for you. BetterHelp will get your needs assessed and help match you with your personal licensed professional therapist. They provide a safe and private environment for you to communicate with your therapist within 24 hours, plus giving you the flexibility of scheduling weekly video or phone sessions. Their financial aid makes it more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and you can schedule an appointment online at your own convenience. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. BetterHelp is not self-help, and it is not a crisis line. It is professional counseling where everything you share is confidential. Guys, I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/ORD. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ORD. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed the first part of this episode featuring Shawna's thoughts. I certainly did. There is a lot to be said about what comprises a family's culture, but even more to be said about how to build it specifically. We'll find out what she has to say in the rest of the article in tomorrow's episode. So, I will see you there, where your optimal life awaits.